Huh.
Hey folks, it's Dane at Jonah Guitars, and I just happen to have a Strat in the shop for setup, and the main thing is that this customer wanted this Strat to be able, when you pull it wants a full floating, and when you pull up on the bar, he wants the G to go all the way to a B. So normally I set that to B flat when I'm doing a floating trim. That's kind of the standard setup. The E only goes up a semitone, but the G goes up, three semitones or a tone and a half, however you want to say it. But while I was doing that, I did a little bit of rewiring on the electronics too. But while I'm going to turn this thing down here. So while I was doing that, I put new strings on it, of course, and then so I've had. These are locking Spurzle. Yeah, I always want to say Schaller, but Spurzle tuners. And then when you tune it up with new strings on a floating trim, you have just all kinds of just got to go up and down, and just keep tuning, stretching strings and all that. And so just a real quick tip here. I've already talked too much. When you're, especially in the wintertime, when you're traveling around with your instrument, and you go from a cooler car, or maybe a car that you didn't quite get to warm up all the way, and you jump in the car and you take off, and you may be only 10 minutes in the car, but by the time you get to where you're going and then back inside to a conditioned space, your guitar is cold. It's not going to play in tune. It's going to be sharp, in fact. So the thing that I've just gotten in the habit of doing, and I don't play any guitars with floating trims, but I did have a Strat copy at one point, and it absolutely drove me insane because it never occurred to me that I should just wait for the thing to acclimate to room temperature. One of the ways I speed it up with my non-trim guitars is just to, go into a rehearsal, rub it a lot. You get the strings warmed up, play it for a song or two, and then check your tuning. And chances are your tuning is no longer going to be sharp. It's going to come back into the range where it should be. And so then at that point you may want to tune, do the little quick tune up on it. But as you know, if you play a floating trim guitar, it can take you forever to tune your guitar. Part of the problem is it's not acclimated to the room yet, and then you've spent all this time detuning it a little bit to get it from that sharp down to where it needs to be, and then as it warms up it starts getting flat, so you got to pull it all back up again. And when you have a floating trim, that means 2, 3, 4 times up and down the keys, getting them all matched, because of course every time you turn one it affects the tension on all the rest. So that's the main gist of this little quick blurb, is just give your guitar a chance to acclimate to the room when you've traveled, and you'll save yourself a whole lot of grief in retuning your instrument. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care.